were several pieces of legislation relative to childcare introduced this session. The primary vehicle was Senate Bill 2, which we've been working on with Senator Ed Charbonneau and a coalition of advocates since this past summer. Had several key positions, starting with streamlining all the well-intentioned but often burdensome regulations for childcare providers. So that was one. Two, providing some relief to childcare workers in the form of childcare vouchers and a compensation study, hopefully look at ways to start raising wages for childcare workers to keep them in that industry. Three, providing some space in advance of those larger regulatory reforms for some innovative models, including something called microsites, which essentially makes it easier for a small childcare operation to open up in, say, a business or a school, and then also some flexibility for schools, public schools, to offer pre-K services. And then last but not least, was more comprehensive and transparent data reporting on all the various state investments that are going to childcare. So felt good about that. The only kind of small disappointment this session was there was Senate Bill 147, which included a partial property tax exemption for employers who opened up childcare options either on site or near site their place of business for their employees or area employees. We knew we were interested in this piece of legislation, but we knew that it had an uphill climb, given it's one, non-budget session, and two, particularly on the House side, kind of the general reluctance around tax credits and messing with, property taxes in general. But all that being said, particularly, given the limitations of a non-budget session, pretty pleased with where we ended up in terms of